determination, laser focus. Banging on they though they taking notice.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
58 to Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go. Go. Go 58 to Mike. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now it's Rodgers. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
258. Check back north. 36.
On first down, Mims. The tackle there by John Johnson.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second and 7, Rodgers, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
They'll run on first down. Mims, and only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Inside. 59.
On play action, Rodgers. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
Check 59, Mike.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Hakeem Butler, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Mike, check, 59.
Hey, C6.
You got nothing.
Hey, lock it.
Hey, turn it out.
Sit.
Now a play fake here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
From the 21, it's second and 10. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Watch safety creep.
What? Squeeze. Check, echo.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Second down, McKinnon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Back. Hey, foxtrot.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. Yeah, boy, that hole closed quickly, and I don't think McKinnon got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Maher is good, and that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Check three.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Back to normal. Hey, Alpha.
58, come on. Hey, defense, let's go. 58.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Hey, high 7.
Hey, 58.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Check 4, check 4.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second down now. Mims, and he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
59 Mike, 59 Mike.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is taken at the 23. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On second down, Love. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Bryce Love. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On second down, it's Love, and he'll take it down to the 30-yard line.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will knot us up at 10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no? You just, well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. George Kittle, 81 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
On 1st down, Mims. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check. 26. Hey, orbit.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, Delta.
58, come on.
So don't say nothing.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
Pick me up. Here we go.
58.
Here's Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Ready, set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Bravo.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd down now. It's Love, and he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
You ready?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Leo! Hey, exit! Shoot!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Deontay Johnson. His 9th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Rodgers. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Forced out to his left. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Second and 10. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Miami. He'll return it from the 6. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers. Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. I'm coming.
Hey, Haywood.
Jeff. And 58 is to Mike. Go 58 to Mike. Let's go. 58.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about.
We got this.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
Hey, watch the ship.
Callie, don't let Callie. Right now, you got 58.
6 guys.
They'll run on 1st down. Mims. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Set, ready, 8, read.
59. You can't block me. You can't block me.
5.
They'll run with Love. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
On the ready.
I'm scared. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Get it.
Second and 14. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively. Well, it appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin. Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Still a few inches short of the first down as they come up now on second down. He gets this one to Johnson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The gain of 39 that time.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think in normal situations, most play callers would probably shelve that play in this situation. But down in the red zone, got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
Got it.
On 2nd down, it's Love. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready.
59. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Alert 3.
Check.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. It's their quarterback. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Hey, Charlie.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Watch the run. Box it. Buzz. 26.
59.
Quarterback, don't get it.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Here we go, D. Shoot. Kill. Undercrush. It's a safety creep. Switch.
On 2nd down now, Mims. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Rodgers on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Bravo.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
A loss of 4 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 10.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. And we've got a dandy here. 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Back now in Seattle, Washington. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here we go. Jim.
6-6, pull it high.
Lucky. Kill. Shit.
Live.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Why? Get wide. Alert flare. He get
Inside.
Deuce.
Now Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3.
I got it.
Hey, exit.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Shot to the 50.
Kill.
Hey, 88. Hey, zoom.
Show it up. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
From the gun, Rodgers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
10-30. Go.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check right, back north. Smooth.
58 is the mic. Come on. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch the sled. 58.
To throw again, Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Let's go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Switch.
2nd and 6. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Miami 1st down on a 14-yard pickup. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Set. 15, line it. 15 line. Look, squeeze. Keep. Hard. 36. No. Slam. Hey, box drop. Deep dribble.
He'll drop to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, here's Love. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood.
They'll drop to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Campbell making the catch. A gain of 6 there on first.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Box it.
Hey. 58, boys, 58, come on.
Rodgers to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Hey, Alpha. Zoom.
58's the mic. Hey, here we go. 58's the mic.
On the 50.
Go.
To throw is Rodgers. Got a man. It's complete. Williams And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rodgers completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks.
Nice. Well coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check.
On 1st down, Johnson trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch the whip. Watch the eye.
They go to Johnson again. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Watch twist. Watch twice out.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key, because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.
Yeah, we might need to stop by that press conference on our way out the back door here.
Yeah, just slow down the plane for us, all right? We got to get an answer before we go.
So for the Dolphins, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.